You see him? You see me? You see me? You see him? Baby, this is my entire son. Am I your mama? Am I your mama? Say, Say, don't come for us.
Don't come.
Give me a. Because families do not have to match. You don't have to look alike to love alike. Say love. Because we over here minding our business. Just doing what mothers and sons do.
Pop, pop.
How much you love your mama?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Mwah. I love you 2 minutes too. Families don't have to match.
Yo, Black Daddy, can I go outside?
I'm a white child and I have a black mama.
I love her very much. They're like, why are you different colors from your mom?
Are both legally the children of Francis Martin. Congratulations.
You want to be adopted by Miss Martin today?
Some of the people that we were with were not nice.
They hurt us in ways that we shouldn't touch and hurt, and it was really hard.
After the last return, they had been traumatized so much, I was like, that's it. That's it. They're going to be mine now. You want me to help you?
We were never cared for in the right way. Cared for us and let us know that we were special to her.
Yes, they are all officially mine.
Welcome back everyone. Welcome again on my channel. Today we're going to take a look at multiple videos of white children who grow up in black households, their experiences and how they, upbringing shapes how you grow up and how you see the world. Many of the stories you're going to see, they are personal and emotional, so you are going to I want you to take a look on every detail, because I believe it's everyday experiences, or like things that you always experience in our life that shape us, how we see the world, how we view culture and everyone in general. So what happens when people who know different towards the most decide to speak out? We're going to take a look at multiple videos and what they had to say, and afterwards I'll come back to comment on what we have seen.
This is actually a really good question. In 4th grade, I moved into a new neighborhood basically, and at the same time, another family was moving into a house, couple houses down and around the corner, and they ended up being my second family. Like, they accepted me even though I was some white kid, right? This black family moved in. I was some white kid with glasses, chubby, kind of nerdy, right? Moved in, and they accepted me into their home, fed me, had me over for sleepovers, loved me just like their own children, right? And I meet my best friend and his 2 older brothers who are my brothers too. His mom's basically my mom, his aunt's my aunt, his grandma my grandma, right? His cousins are my cousins, right? And there's just a different love there. And so I'm so very thankful that I met them. And so ever since 4th grade, I've grew up with them, went to school with them my whole life, and been very close to them. They are my family. And so one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about what I speak about is because when people you love and people you care about go through things on a daily basis and their life is in more danger because of the color of their skin, it pisses me off. It makes me passionate to do everything I can to change the world.
Go and pass me my shoe. I was raised with a black African grandfather. He was my dad's stepfather, yet he was the only father in my dad's life.
How was it like as a kid growing up with a West African grandfather in such a mixed family?
I was heavily influenced by Ghanaian culture. I had a grandfather at home who I sometimes clashed with, and I would be firmly reminded that, Hakim, you are playing too much computer. You need to study more. Why do you want to spend time outside? You're a child. You should not be walking around in the street. For the first 10 years of my life, that was the kind of cultural clash. Hakim, go and pass me my shoe now. And I hadn't been used to being spoken in such a kind of direct, orderly way like that. Yeah, when I was very young, it was hard. And there was back and forth, and we would, I guess, argue. But then as I got into secondary school, our bond strengthened so much.
Okay, Jonathan, I would love for you to tell me the story that you told me earlier today, because what you said, your response was so eloquently said, and I have the world needs to hear this. Go ahead.
Okay, so one day.
Remember, you got 3 minutes, so.
Alright, so one day I was walking down the street with Davina, and then this man in his red truck, he literally said, "Yo, what you doing with that white boy?" And I said, excuse me, sir. Technically, if I live in a black family, I'm black. And also, you cannot judge someone by their color, because that's the way they look, and they don't want to change it. Neither can you. So, do not judge anyone.
Do not judge anyone. So what's basically what you want the world to know?
Do not judge anyone by their color.
That's right.
Or be, well, you know the word, to other people. Racist.
That's right.
And if you do, there will be bad consequences for you in life. And then you won't feel bad for the people that you were mean to.
Okay. Well said. Very proud of you, young man.
Thanks.
It was a white kid was sent to live with a black foster family, and he loved this family. Like that was his mama, and he called her mama, and he felt like he fit in, and he loved them, and they loved him. And then one time he came from school, and he saw his mama sitting at the table with his social worker, and she just had tears in her eyes because she was working towards adoption. Right. And the social worker looked at him and said, "Hey, I decided I'm going to move you to a different family." And he said, "Why?" "Well, you know, I just feel like as a white kid, you really should be with a white family. And I just don't feel like you really fit in here. So don't worry, I'm doing you this favor." Correct. And the kid was just like, "Why would you do that? Like, I'm in a loving home with a woman who wants me to become her son." Yes. And like, what kind of messed up mentality of, "Oh, well, I found some very distant relatives that I think that you might be happier with." Why?
Growing up, my best friend came from a mixed family. Her mom was white, her dad was black, and they had several children together. Her dad was my basketball coach, and I fell in love with their family and all of the kids, and their home became my safe space. I was there all the time, for days at a time, and especially on the weekends. So that meant that they would inevitably end up dragging me along wherever they were already planning on going. And every Sunday, that meant that they were going to church. Specifically, they were going to an all-black church. Every week that I went, myself and her mom were the only white people there. And I loved going to church with them every week. I loved the people, I loved the culture, I loved the faith traditions, I loved the way that they were so kind and accepting. They never made me feel weird for being there. They just greeted me every week with a big "Hello, Sister Sarah," and a hug. Growing up, there's nothing that could have given me a more rich experience than being surrounded by diversity and by different culture than mine. It made me better. And in that particular situation, it was extremely beneficial for me to experience what it felt like to be the minority in the room. So many people choose to hate simply because they've never been exposed to the richness and the beauty of others' cultures. To me, there's nothing more incredible than learning from and embracing one another. Our diversity is beautiful, it makes us better, and it's nothing to fear.
My mom used to walk me to school every day. Again, my mother is a black woman and I'm light-skinned. When we get to the school and my mom kissed me goodbye, the kids started teasing me. And it was happening often, and the kids were saying, "That is not your mommy. You're white and she's explicit, and she's black." And now I'm from England, okay? And so coming to this country, I was still, young enough that I remember more of England than America at the time. And I didn't understand what that meant because I'd never paid attention to the fact that my mother was darker skinned than I was. She was just my mom. I didn't notice. So I felt uncomfortable and I felt embarrassed. I didn't know why they were saying that. And so here I am, third grade. I go home to my mom and I say to her, "Mom, I don't want you to take me to school anymore." And she says to me, "Well, why?" And I said, "Well, because I'm embarrassed because you're black and I'm white." And my mother wept and she cried and she told me I was ashamed of her. And how could you say something like that? And my mom was insulted.
After hearing these experiences of multiple people and multiple children who gave their perspective and decided to share the experiences with, the internet and everyone. First of all credits to the creators of these videos, because it helps people to see and beyond the assumption that maybe some people do have. And also we see how much people who raise us play a big role in our everyday life, in the decision we make in life and who we are as individuals. And you know, we can learn a lot from these videos, as everyone really do have something to learn from this video in one way or another. And I want you guys to share with me what was the most moment that, you know, touched you or, you know, impacted you, and like what surprised you, if it is there. I hope you're going to join the conversation in the comment section, respectful, so that everyone can feel welcome to join. And thank you for spending your time here on this channel. I hope I'm going to see you in the next video, and if you're new here, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Have a good one.